Hi, this is Sandhya. Today I'm gonna tell you about Fourier transform and inverse Fourier transform. First of all, we need to know what is Fourier transform. Mr. Fourier developed a mathematical model to transform time domain signal to frequency domain signal. That is called Fourier transform. That is time domain signal to frequency domain signal. Next, what is inverse Fourier transform? From the name we know inverse. That is, in case of Fourier transform, time domain is converted to frequency domain. In case of inverse Fourier transform, that is inverse. Frequency domain is converted into time domain. Next we move for Y Fourier transform. We all know before Fourier transform, Fourier series is used. Here, the Fourier series have major drawbacks. All signals may not be a periodic, but the Fourier series only used for the signal periodic. But our Fourier transform can be used for the signal both periodic and aperiodic signal. Fourier transform for periodic and aperiodic signal. In case of Fourier series, only for periodic signal. Next, existence of Fourier transform. We all know f of t may be a continuous signal. F of t has finite number of maxima and minima. The integration symbol having upper limit and lower limit is simply called as maxima and minima. The lower limit is minima and upper limit is maxima. Must be finite for the existence. Second point will be absolutely integrable. Next formula. In case of Fourier transform, we all know the signal time domain is converted into frequency domain, simply written as f of t is converted into f of omega. T means time domain, omega means frequency domain. F of omega equal to integration of minus infinity to infinity f of t e power minus j omega t into dt. In case of inverse Fourier transform, the formula will be inverse, right? So frequency domain to time domain. That is f of omega to f of t. Frequency domain to time domain. Then f of t equal to integration of minus infinity to infinity f of omega into e power j omega t into d omega. F of omega d omega f of t dt. Must remind this. Next, inverse Fourier transform means frequency to time. Fourier transform means time to frequency. F of omega is equal to minus infinity to infinity f of t e power minus j omega t into dt. In case of inverse Fourier transform, f of t equal to minus infinity to infinity f of omega e power j omega t into d omega. This is the formula for Fourier transform and inverse Fourier transform. Here, these are the maxima and minima values. Finally, application or uses. Fourier transform is used in signal processing, image processing, and astronomy. In this video, I covered what is Fourier transform, what is inverse Fourier transform, and existence, and finally formula and application. If you have any doubt, please comment. If you found this video useful, just share with your friends.